was like a tiger there. It was where they gave me the former vice president to be my trainee. I did mention in my program, some people were annoyed about it, but it's their problem.
Which one of them?
Sabali.
Sabali.
Yes. But why should you be angry? Why should you be annoyed? For being an apprentice, working, and you're a human being, Malik. Are you ashamed of yourself, what you wear? No. So people say, Jeng, you know, you're a problem maker. I'm not a problem maker because I talk about things with people, you know. So he worked with me, helped me. Finally, everything was ready. Then General Gown came in.
1975.
Yes. I was there, you know. My name was, I was being praised, honored, and all that. Fine. Then I decided to form my own electrical company, Jeng Electrical Company. That was the biggest challenge. That time I compete only with white people. There were no black men. The standard I've got, they haven't got it. I was in England handling projects that nobody can understand. People will ask me, oh, where did you learn this electricity? I learned this, my basic was in Senegal. And there are buildings in Senegal. When you go into the airport, they're still standing up there. I remember being involved with those electrical works there. So I've been in this thing, Mali. I've been in it quite long.
You know, some people don't actually know your name. They just say Amigo. Amigo is a Mexican whatever. But where did the name Amigo...
That was the name, my artist name.
Yeah.
When I went to look for a manager to take care of me, I said, my name is Dudu Jeng, and I say, well,
yes, Dudu Jeng. Now I remember that one.
So, well.
In fact, it has escaped my memory a long time ago.
So he said, what is Dudu Jeng? I said, okay.
Yes, Dudu Jeng.
I said, M.A. Jeng, Mamadou Amigo. I said, Amigo. He said, that's nice. He said, I like that. I'll be calling you Amigo then. So, and I use that.
Let me bring you to what a lot of people seem to question you about and sometimes get intrigued with your way of playing this instrument in front of you, the keyboard. What drove you into jazz music, which I am made to understand you decide to give it your own name, jazz. Where on earth did you come up with the word jazz denoting to jazz music?
Yes, it was a challenge. I used to watch Louis Armstrong. I used to
Charlie Parker,
Coleman Hawkins, Joel,
Ben
John
Goodman,
Coltrane. You know,
Coltrane.
You know, I have a feeling for these guys. I used to go to a place called Astoria in London. I used to be a great dancer there. That's where I met my white lady, you know. We're still struggling, we're still together, we're still at home. So many years. We were dancing, and when I do rock and roll, they give me a ring. I go in, in the mood, by a guy called Glenn Miller. So I read books, I dance jazz and all these things. One day I was reading. The guy said, what is jazz? Nobody can tell me what jazz is. I said, what jazz is? Jazz comes from Africa. The word jazz comes from an African language. I said, amigo, it's your phone, it's your honey, it's your all this thing. Come on with an answer. Ever since I was at that Malik, I tried. I went to Dhaka. I asked a great historian, you know, Bukunta and other guys. I asked them, lima jahal, lan moy jazz. Man xawma ko, amul ben baat boo xam ne olof yéen historians yi dégg ngeen muy jazz mooy lii ak laa ak lii. And the word that you just say, bahas, I say, what this guy is saying, this is nonsense. What is jazz? Lan moy jazz. Wait, okay. But Kunta said to me, Monday, xam nga jazz guy dañ ko fuuf nii waaye foog naa ngelaw. Ma ne ko ngelaw. Du moom. Ma ne ko jazz di gars yi wax because dafa ne ngelaw then you have to blow then zip then ma ne ko ma daal baax na ma dem as around here everybody suñ paa yi suñ maam yi man de ñu ne am na fii la jógee because I believe ne the one who said jazz must have been a Wolof descendant or had know the Wolof language. I believe. But you know, you have to go with your conscience, with your thinking. It leads you here or lead you there. You're doing your research. Malik, I tried. I was so unhappy. I played the music. Before I come to Gambia Television, I wasn't good on my keyboard. Somebody who was playing my keyboard, I learned from him. And I created my own feeling. Nobody taught me this. And when I play my keyboard, people don't understand. Where do I get this from, Malik? And then the word came. One day, I was with my bass player. They call him John Gomez. He's secretary. He was a security officer at the central bank. Shot and fired. You know John? Yes. One day in my office, I was going with him. John was going with the bass. Then I said to him, John, ma ne ko lii lan la li nga doon def tey neex na de John ma ne boss rek affaire bi génn dama ko doon jaxas ma ne ko Allahu akbar ma ne eureka you know that word by Archimedes the physicist who wanted to know the surface area of object irregular. You cannot measure those things, all those corners. What he did was he get the replacement quantity and did his calculation. He was able now to find the answer. And he went out naked in the street of, I don't know, Atem, where he came from, going out naked, being happy. That just shows you, Malik. When somebody is after something and couldn't find it, and when he finds this thing, that's how I felt. And then I kept it to myself. And when Gambia Television come into inauguration, after His Excellency's inauguration, I was the first artist on Gambia TV. Man, amigo Jeng, Sala Choromo Jigen, Wende Chaka, Brom Mam, you bahia. So I said, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Jazz equal jazz equal jazz. Ladies and gentlemen, history, Gambia Television, Taylor, today. So let us make this history to be remembered for generations to come. Tomorrow, whoever writes that, it was really Gambia Television where it was aired.
May I ask you, in your research, in finding out the meaning of jazz, did you read anything about the origins of jazz in the United States? For example, going back all the way to New Orleans and the Cotton Club?
I went to New Orleans personally. There were the professors all sitting down. I was invited at the jazz festival, but not to play, just to see. It was there. I met a Gambian guy. I told him, he had me how to, he said to me, Koro, manako yes. I'll yobu to university, parce que I'm not a professor. I'll take you there. Manako, no problem. When he made the arrangement, before I came, everything was said. The professor, I said, good evening, ladies. I'm from the Gambia. Jazz equal jazz. If you look in history books, when you open, jazz was spelled J-A-S-S, jazz. Because our ancestors said jazz, the white man couldn't pronounce the word.
Jazz.
He cannot.
And just say jazz.
Jazz. No, don't put this there. Don't. It is added on by our black brothers. Jazz. You know how they are. They make it really sophisticated. Yeah. Jazz. If you open go to the internet, find out what is this word, J-A-S-S, you'll get answers. They tell you J-A-S-S is jazz. So I already have